What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. Today we're going to talk about 6 things that require literally no work that are going to help you with fat loss. What are those 6 things?
So first one, and just to be clear, we're going to list them all off. We're going to go over them briefly, and then the goal is to have separate videos that go in depth on each of those things. So the first one, sleep. I would say people don't realize how important it is long term for weight loss and just general life health. Protein consumption, protein being whether it be vegan, carnivore, ketosis, it's still important regardless of any dietary restrictions or goals that you have in mind. Balancing your macros and your micronutrients, so making sure that you understand if you're taking out an entire food group, you are replacing it properly. And that's one thing I've seen with ketosis and vegan style diets is it's easy to pull an entire food group out, but not realizing there might not be consequences immediately, but
long term,
2, 3, 5 months down the road, there will start to appear, and then you're kind of unsure what's going on.
And that's one major thing is like just people just they take away a whole group and they're just like, well, I'm losing weight, so it works. And it's like, well, there's a lot more behind that.
I mean, weight loss is a calorie deficit. So when you take out an entire food group,
you're creating
a significant deficit, and that's why people see weight loss. But if that diet is not sustainable for the rest of your life, or at least you have an understanding of what is required to come off of it, you will gain all that weight back. And then you're back to square one. And all that work was, maybe it wasn't for nothing, but it definitely doesn't make you feel good.
No. And that's what we'll dive way
into that. Meal timing. So not necessarily saying that a certain time of day a meal is important, but after workout, why it could be important and why it might be advantageous to you to be eating post-meal, the benefit of waiting post-workout for a weight loss goal, and then
the 30-minute window doesn't exist.
No, the 30-minute window of protein consumption does not exist.
We'll talk about that too, because a lot of clients still think it's a thing.
Yes, this I don't know why 30 grams of protein is the go-ahead. There was at one point this notion that our bodies can only digest, absorb, assimilate 30 grams at a time. That has been otherwise debunked. So figuring out what's best for each person, and we'll again dive in deep. The other aspect with meal timing is the majority of us eat way too late, and then we wonder why our sleep isn't great. So digestive system being impacted when you're trying to sleep. What a rest day actually means. So if you're someone who's a go-getter at the gym, you might be doing too much, which is consequential to your health. Understanding when a rest day is needed and what it might look like leading up to needing a rest day. So your body's, again, biomarker feedbacks and how it feels through exercise.
And that's a big thing also that I found. Like,
it doesn't matter your goal, your age, the type of training you do. We all require those things. But we tend to feel, if we don't feel terrible, we won't make that judgment call to be like, oh, I'm not going to go to the gym today.
And there's a difference between not going to the gym because you feel lazy, tired, and and having to take a rest day because you're tired.
Run down, tired.
So, and that's, again, we'll go into depth on.
And then total daily energy expenditure and BMR. BMR being your basal metabolic rate. Why those two numbers are really important in order to establish a calorie need and a calorie output that your body requires and is giving out in a day. Your total daily steps, or your NEAT. So the NEAT would be things that you don't otherwise realize you're doing. So fidgeting. Fidgeting is usually the biggest one. So non-exercise adaptive thermogenesis is what NEAT stands for. Again, going in depth into that. How to find those numbers. Again, nothing's going to be 100% accurate. There are calculators online. We're going to go over how to take those with a bit of a grain of salt, and then figuring out where you need to be, what a diet goal looks like over, we'll say 4 months to a year. and how to...
And even should you diet for a year long?
You shouldn't.
Like, yeah,
you shouldn't be living in a
like
diet
all of
for the
those
rest of your
things,
life, but we will talk about why that's consequential long-term to your health, yo-yo dieting.
Yeah.
And then making sure that you understand that if you're going into a diet with no end goal in sight, is your goal just achieving weight loss for forever? And then if it doesn't happen, still trying to make it happen, which we see a lot of, and it's unfortunate, but giving the right advice and making sure it's backed by, whether it be science or just stuff that we've seen with clients, making those changes stick.
Yeah, and that's another thing, like personal experience speak a lot. Like we have dealt with many clients and many years of clients. So like personal experience is a thing. Although science sometimes says one thing, we often need to kind of adjust to each individual.
Everybody's different.
Exactly.
I mean, you could sit here and have the same person, same people, same age, same weight loss goal, same gender, and they both respond differently to a significant amount of calorie reduction or a calorie surplus.
Yeah.
And how do you navigate that when you really don't know where to start?
Yeah.
So the goal is to help you start and then hopefully navigate you through your journey and answer any questions that might be contradicted online.
Yeah. Oh, a lot of...
Especially if you get a lot of your information on Facebook or Instagram. Yeah. Not to say that there's not good information, but it's understanding and combing through the salesy aspect of some of these weight loss things that people invest themselves into, or the things that are known to work and show long-term benefits.
Yeah, because on Instagram and Facebook, you'll see a lot of people say like, this is the only way to get to where you want to go. And whenever you hear that, it's a red flag. It's like, no, there's multiple ways.
This will be the only way to get to where you need to go.
But so we'll dive into everything we've talked about right now in separate videos. So if you're interested in any of those ideas, like we will have those videos coming up for you, and we'll just we'll go deep in the subjects, and we'll say things that maybe won't make sense to you, because you'll be like, well,
we'll try to make sure that if we ever speak about something that the general population would otherwise ignore, we'll try to go into it, like hunger hormones, sleep hormones, all those things that are affected that we otherwise, ignore is not the word, but I say otherwise not pay attention to because we're not familiar with it, and how those could be impacted beneficially or negatively in your weight loss journey or in your muscle building journey, if that is your goal as well. So
that's it for this video. Hope you're excited for the videos coming up. We are excited to be talking about them. So yeah, like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below if you have more questions on the little things we talked about today, and we'll hopefully answer all your questions in the future videos coming up. Peace.
See you soon.